Sometimes when you're trying to create a thermal analysis in Climate Studio, you'll get invalid objects. So for example, here's a model that somebody sent me for assignment exercise 8, and they're having trouble applying windows or adding windows to the zone. The first thing to remember is that if we're there's a difference between the graphics window and the simulation window. In the thermal analysis, the wireframe shows you what's in the simulation. So this is what's on in the simulation. Um, and if I try to select this surface and add a window here, I get an invalid object. And typically the window or the object will be have a red border. That's how you know you can identify visually in the graphics window what's invalid. So that didn't work. I'm going to delete it. So there are various reasons this might be happening. The most common one is that the window geometry, the window surface is not coplanar to the wall surface. And so they have to be in the exact same mathematical point thickness plane. And so you can do it this way. That's a pretty foolproof method of using a vertical rectangle. Another approach that I like is to go to go to viewport layout, select this single viewport mode, and what it does is it moves the C-plane with your viewport. So as I move around, you can see the C-plane is changing, and then I can more easily draw. I can just come and draw a straight rectangle on this surface, and then move it however I want to. All right, so that's one reason it might be happening. In this case, it was something different that I actually hadn't seen before. If you look over here, there's all these zones, and really all we need is one zone. I mean, all we should have is one zone. This is the full volume of the little model. We've got a ceiling and the 4 exterior walls and a floor, right? So what is all the rest of this stuff? Somehow, and I don't know if they did this manually, I'm assuming they did, was exploded out in individual zones added for each of these. That doesn't work. And so if I just delete those, or that's not needed, and now you see this looks like we're used to. We should be seeing a clear volume or a white ghosted volume for our the surface area of our envelope. And then if I select this window and add edit window, now it's in the right place. I can run the model. And there it is. So it worked. All right. So the point being, always remember that your shaded view is graphics. Wireframe for thermal analysis is what's on in the thermal model. Things need to be coplanar. It's just a surface. It's all through surfaces, and start to understand the basic architecture here. That there's usually some way that we can check what's on. And there's warnings, like I said, there are ways that it's indicated what's not working, like the invalid objects down here, and they're bounded or in a red box or other things like that. So there's often visual cues to help you, and you can always ask me. All right, see you in class.